Hello, everyone. Mark here, Mark's Max Muscle. And we have a very interesting and a very close matchup for you today. Vince Taylor and Chris Cormier. Chris Cormier and Vince Taylor, both of these guys, mirror images of each other when it comes to their respective careers in terms of Olympia placings. Both of them have gone to place third at the Mr. Olympia twice. So that is very interesting, and that was, in both cases, their highest placings. Not too many bodybuilders out there with that type of resume. Maybe Gustavo Bedell, I think, might be the only other one. But anyway, what a matchup. But where do we begin? This is 1991 for Vince Taylor, Vince the Pince. He placed third here, rather. I apologize. A little ahead of myself. And that is, I guess, his prime. Question mark. Chris Cormier, 1999. This is his prime. I don't think there's any question of that. Now, when it comes to Vince's prime, there is a huge question mark on that. Have a look at Vince here in 1994, years after his supposed prime. And dare I say, he is twice as good. Actually, he might even be beating Chris Cormier in this front relaxed. Chris has some big wheels, but look at those finely cut, etched abs and massive arms for Vince. These two guys are no stranger to each other. This is them at the Olympia, which they did compete together in 1995. Side by side they were. Fifth to Vince's credit, and sixth to Chris Cormier's credit. So where do we begin? Like I said, we're just going to run through the shots as per usual, and we're going to have fun with this one, guys. Two of my personal favorites. So this is kind of a video for Mark's Max Muscle. I've wanted to do this one for years. Pictures are sketchy for Vince Taylor, is why I hardly ever do Vince comparisons. Yes, this is 91. Yes, this is his prime as far as placing is concerned. But I think he's losing to Cormier because this is not his prime. Absolutely not. And if you're arguing that, the argument ends right here. This is Vince in 1995. Oh, wow. Look at those arms. And he is dwarfing the likes of, there's Ronnie King Coleman in the background, in the part of Chris Cormier. But this is not Chris's prime. Bring back that 1999. And you know what? Chris's arms never really reached their potential, I don't think. His wheels, his V-taper had improved. Absolutely. So his wheels are going to be beating Vince in this matchup. But the upper body is just too darn much. Vince Taylor, however you want to slice it, both in their primes, I think Vince would win the front double. Some of the best bicep peaks in bodybuilding history, to Vince Taylor's credit. That was my Jake's Ultimate Fitness impression. Does it a comparison channel? Anyway. Go to the front lat spread. Two handsome men, I must say. Two handsome individuals. And, I'm not gay. I mean, nothing wrong with being gay. But even as a straight man, you can find beauty in these two handsome specimens. Front lat spread, a little awkward there. Front lat spread, I would suggest that Chris Cormier might take the edge. Wow, for a guy with long arms, Vince Taylor has really long arms. You can see that here. He pulls off that front double pretty substantially. Usually not the case, but yes. Highly inserted lats. Just to be fair, here is Vince in 1994, because I'm sure a lot of you guys, I've even seen a lot of requests. 1994, Vince Taylor at the Arnold Classic. Should have beat Kevin Levrone. But yes, this is like maybe the only other picture besides a front relaxed that I could get from that event, so it kind of sucks. Saving grace here is Little bit later on in his career, here is Vinnie Mac, Vineyard, 1997. Now look at him in the front lat spread here. He bloomed like a flower. You know what I mean? His lats opened up like a flower. He's blooming. But he didn't start to bloom till later on in his career. So you could say he's a little bit of a late bloomer in the front lat spread. No? Come on. That was funny. Side chest here. Look at that bicep. Boom. Look at them arms, Louis. Yes, this is 89 for Vineyard. And we're sticking with 99. 10 years difference of these two guys, and they ended up competing together from placing third for each. Of course, Vince the Pince, like I said, I don't think this was his prime. Condition-wise, maybe, but he put on the beef. And he looks like he put on some quality beef. Look at the arms, look at the chest, and look at them arms, mate. He is dwarfing the likes of, again, look at Ronnie King Coleman in the background. The likes of Chris Cormier. Hey, Coleman can interrupt anybody at any time. He's like Elvis around these parts. Now, of course, we want to see... I don't know. Cormier a lot bigger here. The far pack, huge. I think I see a little whiffle of a Fig Newton bar. Not a bar, just a little piece of a Fig Newton. Just the Fig Newton itself. Very soft cookie. This is what the overprotective mothers give to their kids so they wouldn't cut themselves on the Oreo. There you go, you little darling. Anyway. Yeah, see, I think the side chest, a little bit of a debate. I think. Size versus detail. And the side tricep is a complete write-off. Both dudes signed a contract and said that they both agree that they can write the side tricep off. They don't want to hit it. They don't like it. Very difficult to get Vince Taylor hitting anything that's not a hoo-ha pose. He loved to go for the hoo-ha. Some guys, they just love that hoo-ha. So having said that, trying to be funny with you guys here, go to the back because you know what? This is interesting. This is very interesting, you see. Up until now, Vince Taylor has been getting an edge on the upper body, things of that nature. But when it comes to the back development, Chris Cormier is the man. I think that he is absolutely the man. Much better insertions, things of that nature. Of course, this is from 91 for Vince the Pince, and it is a tilted, thousely picture, so you can't see the true silhouette, the true width of the dude. Here's 95. And keep in mind, Chris Cormier, not in his prime yet. He was just building. It was a few years from here where he did put on much more thickness in the back. But food for thought. Wider is Vince the Pince, but no more detailed. And when it comes to the condition of the lower half, Chris has got him. Here's Chris in his prime. Sizing an issue because Chris Cormier started bending at the knees much more, so I had to take some of his height away. Hey, he does that. I got to take it away, guys. And food for thought. Much better in the back. And the condition, much more separated in the lower half as well. So Chris is maybe even dominating from behind in this matchup. The rear lat spread, this is a even more tilted picture of Vince the Pince. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't he just use a better picture of Vince's rear lat spread? I'll tell you one thing. This is from 94, I think. The Arnold's Classics, Billy, I think. And it is the only little glimpse that you can get of Vince's rear lat spread. I mean, it is like not the Aurora Borealis, but the Loch Ness Monster. It's like Bigfoot trying to get a picture of his rear lat spread. It is among the missing. But at the end of the day, I believe that Chris Cormier, He just plain has the better back out of the two dudes. Now, is that enough? Here's the abs and thigh. Is that enough to say Cormier is winning because of just the two back shots? Or is Vince doing enough in that upper body? Well, we'll look at these last two shots and decide from there. Because I do think it is close. If you're considering everything, putting them in their prime mentally, Vince Taylor, the abs and thigh was his prime, I think, earlier on in his career. I think he was a little bit more shredded, and when it comes to this shot, well, I prefer the aesthetics over the bulk, the sheer bulk. Cormier, if he's losing on the abs, it's not by much. Vince, boys, oh boys, he had some deeply cut abs. But so does Cormier, and Cormier probably winning in the lags. He is. So you gotta be in favor of Cormier, and in the most muscular, well, I don't think there's a debate. At least using this 91, I get confused with the 91 and the 89 versions of Vince the Pince. I think this is 91. A little bit hazy in the air. I think they let off a firecracker. But yes, Cormier, massive. Ah, look at Vince here. 95. He's going, but aside from that, he's massive. His other picture was tilted a little too thousely. Cormier's, this one is tilted thousely too. Not as much as his other one, but the Vince is straight on. And when it's straight on, it shows your true width and silhouette. And Cormier, I'd still say Cormier is probably winning this most muscular. He looks awesome. Both in their prime, taking all things into consideration. Vince, in fact, would win a couple of shots, guys. He would. He'd win that front double, I think, hands down. But at the end of the day, that's my William Shatner impression. I think that, not that. I think that Chris Cormier probably would be the man because of conditioning from behind. Like Theo is a Theo, and the is like a the. So there's two TH noises. You guys realize that? Th and th. Imagine trying to teach a deaf person that. The difference between th and th. Oh, that's terrible. I apologize. Anyway, yes. Let me know who is the greater bodybuilder. Well, Vince is probably the greater bodybuilder. He won, oh gosh darn it, many Olympia titles, the Masters, Arnold's Classics, perhaps. A story left for another day. Have a great one, guys.